Switching to the Galaxy S25 was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. And let me tell you why. Now, as a content creator who has been blessed to experience many different phones over the course of 4 years, I can admit that after a while, every phone kind of starts to feel the same. With the Google Pixel, although I loved it, it sometimes feels too basic in terms of customization, especially since I myself look at Android as being the king in that field. And with the iPhone, I've been a fan of the company for too long, but just like my Dallas Cowboys, I'm slowly realizing that after so many years of me expecting them to change and grow to their full potential, it may be time to switch it up. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kidding about the Cowboys. Unfortunately, I'm a fan for life. And just when I needed something that would give me the change of pace that I needed, the Galaxy S25 showed up and showed out. Not only does it have a nice compact size, a stunning display, and an amazing battery life, but it gives me such a nice experience that has truly added to my life. Which is why switching to the Galaxy S25 has been one of the best decisions that I've made so far in 2025. It doesn't have to live up to the hype of the Galaxy S25 Ultra, so there's no expectations. And it gets the job done and keeps me satisfied while also saving me a few extra bucks along the way. So in this video, I not only will be letting you guys in on my experience with the Galaxy S25, but this video will be centered around all the added benefits since switching. And if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And also let me know down in the comments if you want a video on why I regret switching. Now, one of the first and most influential reasons for why I switched to the Galaxy S25 is because of its amazing customization. Right now, I'm rocking with standard One UI 7. Yes, it's the launcher that comes with my Galaxy, but there are just so many things that you can do that you can't do on other phones. The fact that I can download any theme I want to change the overall look of my phone in its entirety. The fact that I can change the size and dimensions of my apps and pages to anything I want. The fact that even my always on display has a great range of things that I can change. And the fact that there are just so many things that I can do that would be a whole video in itself. The way I have my phone set up right now is absolutely perfect for me. I've got these sleek custom icons that match my aesthetic perfectly, and I've tweaked the home screen layout to maximize my productivity. And what really blows my mind is how I can adjust every single little detail, from the transparency of my widgets to the animation speed of my transitions. And one of my favorite features is how I've set up different profiles for work and personal time. So during my relax hours, my phone will automatically switch to a minimal, distraction-free theme with muted colors. And then when I'm off the clock, it transforms into this vibrant, personality-filled setup that just feels like me. The level of control that One UI 7 gives me over the smallest details is incredible. I've customized my notification panel exactly how I want, created unique sound profiles for different situations, and even set up custom gestures that make navigating my phone feel like second nature. It's like having a phone that has been tailored specifically for me, down to the smallest detail. And the best part is that I'm still discovering new ways to customize my experience. And you can also go even deeper if you want to get into Nova Launcher or Good Lock. Now, the next reason for why I switched to the Galaxy S25 is one of the most relatable things that most people can kind of get a grasp at, and that's the price. Now, I get it. Every company in America is skyrocketing prices in order to deal with inflation, but paying $1,200 to $1,400 for a top-of-the-line flagship phone is just ridiculous. Especially since I realized that the Galaxy S25 Ultra just removed the Bluetooth aspect from the S Pen. And as ridiculous as that is, I'm not even surprised anymore because we live in a world where the Chipotle bowl now costs $20 for half the food. But with the Galaxy S25, I'm getting a premium experience for around $800. That's literally hundreds of dollars less than the iPhone 16 Pro Max at $1,200 or the Pixel 9 Pro at $1,000. Even compared to its bigger sibling, the S25 Ultra is at $1,300, so you're saving $500 without sacrificing the core Samsung experience. And what's really impressive is that despite the lower price point, you're still getting flagship level features, the same powerful processor, the same great build quality, and most of the camera capabilities. Sure, you might miss out on a few ultra exclusive features, but ask yourself, do you really think those features justify an extra $500? And let's be real, In today's economy, saving 400 to 500 bucks is pretty significant. That's money that you can spend towards accessories, apps, or just keep it in your pocket. And it's very refreshing that the Galaxy S25 is still at a somewhat reasonable price for an entry-level flagship. Now, when it comes to security, I'm someone who takes it very seriously. I mean, our phones basically contain our entire lives these days, and this is another area where the Galaxy S25 really outshines compared to the iPhone. While my iPhone limits me to Face ID and a basic PIN, my Galaxy S25 gives me so much more options to keep my device secure. First off, I got the under-display fingerprint sensor, which I absolutely love. It's fast, reliable, and really feels natural to use. But what really impresses me is that I can use facial recognition, iris scanning, and even pattern unlock all on the same device. And I can mix and match these security features however I want. Now, another reason why I love my Galaxy S25 is the display. It's absolutely amazing. Coming from an iPhone and a Pixel, I can confidently say that the Galaxy S25's display is in a league of its own. The colors are more vibrant, the blacks are deeper, and everything just pops in a way that makes other phones look pretty dull in comparison. And what really blows me away is the adaptive refresh rate. While other phones might give you 60 Hz to 120 Hz, the S25's display smartly adjusts between 1 Hz and 120 Hz depending on what you're doing. This means that when I'm scrolling through social media or playing games, everything is buttery smooth, but when I'm reading my Bible, it drops down to save battery life. The brightness is another game changer. I used to struggle with my iPhone and Pixels outdoors, but with the Galaxy S25's peak brightness, I can clearly see everything in direct sunlight, and it's usually incredible how readable the screen is, even on the brightest days. And do not get me started on the color accuracy. As someone who takes a lot of photos and edits content on their phone, having a display that shows true-to-life colors is crucial, and the S25 nails this perfectly. The colors are vivid when you want them to be, but they can also be incredibly accurate when you need them to be. Plus, the edge-to-edge design with minimal bezels just makes everything feel much more immersive. Whether I'm watching YouTube videos, editing photos, or just scrolling through social media, the content just feels like it's floating right on the surface of the phone. And it's these little details that make the viewing experience of the S25 that much more better for me. So now that we've talked about display, let's talk about raw power, because the processor on the Galaxy S25 is an absolute beast. Coming from other flagship phones, I was skeptical about whether I'd notice a real difference in performance, but I will say that the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip has my games running a little bit smoother. I'm someone who constantly jumps between heavy apps, editing 4K videos, playing graphic intensive games, and running multiple apps in split screen mode. And on my previous phones, I'd occasionally notice some stuttering or lag, especially when I'm pushing the phone to its limits. But with the S25, it's like those limitations don't really exist. And what really impresses me is how the phone handles multitasking. I can have a video rendering in the background while I'm editing photos and responding to messages, and everything stays buttery smooth. The app switching is instantaneous, and there is zero delay when I'm bouncing between different tasks. And now when it comes to the main camera on a smartphone, I feel like the Galaxy S25 is the best in its price range. And while the iPhone might be better for videos and the Pixel takes nicer selfies, the S25's main camera is just better overall. The photos that I take with this phone look amazing in any lighting, whether I'm shooting in bright sunlight or in a dark room. The S25 captures everything perfectly. The colors look exactly like real life, and the detail in my photos is incredible. I can zoom in and see tiny details that my old phone would miss. Night photos are especially impressive. When I'm taking pictures in the dark, the S25 keeps that natural feeling of the scene while still showing all of the details, and it's a perfect balance that other phones just can't match. So there you have it. These are the main reasons for why switching to the Galaxy S25 was such a great decision for me. From the advanced security features to the stunning display, from the powerful processor to the exceptional camera system, this phone really delivers on all fronts. And while no phone is perfect, the Galaxy S25 comes pretty close to what I need in a daily driver. It's not just about having the latest features, it's about having features that actually make a difference in how I use my phone every single day. So if you're on the fence about making the switch, I hope this video has given you some insight into what you can expect. And remember to hit that like button if you found this helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech reviews and comparisons. Peace.